Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode. This is episode number 25, and we start today's episode off by offering Nacho a new contract, which is not a real surprise after his wonder goal in the last game, in the last episode. And also you can see here as well, Rui Faria, our 16-year-old scout future star, is being promoted to the first team as well. As we take a look at his stats here in the youth academy, you can tell he's 65 overall, and his potential is 91 to 94 as well. So super excited to get this guy into the first team. We'll see his stats in just a moment's time. And also England offered me the job as well, which is kind of funny because if you've been a long-term sub of mine, you'll know that years and years and years ago, I say years and years and years ago, I mean a couple of years ago, it was a long thing, like a long-running joke, that I could never get the England job, and now it seems to happen every single career I get offered the job. But of course we say no, as we're not interested in international management in this series. But still, Rui Faria does come out of the academy. You can take a look at his stats right here as well. 65 overall, 16 years old, striker is his main position. Some very decent stats to come out of the academy as well, and of course he does have the potential to be special, as you would expect, having 91 to 94 potential. The only real downside is that he's only got 2-star skills, so I am quite excited about the guy, don't get me wrong, and CF is a secondary position for him, and I must be honest too, looking at his stats, I feel as though a CF/CAM role wouldn't be a bad position change for him in this series, but it's still kind of disheartening to know he's only got 2-star skills because, you know, don't get me wrong, it could have been 1-star and that would be disastrous, but whenever I get an attack-minded player out of the academy, I feel as though they need to have at least 3-star skills if I really want to focus a lot of my time on them, but 2-star skills, it's not that great, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. With a wicked potential, I'm sure we will use him, but I don't know about whether I want to make him sort of the star really, because 2-star skills, it's just a little bit disappointing, isn't it? But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But still, for the first game of today's episode here, we will take on Sevilla, coming on the back of our 2-0 victory in the last game, in the last episode. There were only a couple of chances in the first half, and in the second half, not much was happening either, until with 12 minutes to go when we throw the ball out with Kepa from the back and pass out from the back as per usual. Just patiently building up a chance here as Nacho sends Hermoso down his left-hand side. As he takes it around Koke here, he keeps holding the ball, gives it to Konate, who finds Baena. Baena ball rolls around Nzonzi and plays a brilliant through ball in towards Danny Ceballos, and with 10 minutes to go, Ceballos scores his first goal in a Rayo Vallecano shirt to win us the game and maintain our 100% start to the season in La Liga. So what a lovely team goal that was as well. He flicked the ball back towards our goalkeeper and then passed out from the back, as we always do, and this is why I never like hoofing it, because retaining possession can be very important when trying to create chances. And there were moments in this build-up where I could have just launched the ball long or played an ambitious through ball from inside my own half, but instead just keeping the ball on the ground and being patient with the ball as well, working a chance from from inside our own penalty area where we were, you know, taking our time and not surrendering possession was the key for that goal there. Just, you know, knowing that you can get a chance so long as you're very patient on the ball, and that's exactly what happened with that goal, with Baena playing a great through ball to Ceballos, who scored his first goal for the club, which would indeed end up winning us the game as well. There were 2 more chances after that goal. First, Hermoso being denied by a great save by Sergio Rico at his near post, and then with the final kick of the game, Sevilla having a chance with a deflected cross coming off Ivan Lopez and finding Fernando Llorente at the far post, who tried the acrobatics but could not keep the shot down as it went over the bar. That was the final kick of the game, so the game did finish as a 1-0 victory. I felt we just about deserved to edge the game as well, and our 100% to the start to the season does continue in La Liga as well. It's been a fantastic beginning, and for our new signings as well. Admittedly, Echeverria, of course, injured right now for 2 months, and of course Fabricio, our backup goalkeeper, he's not going to get much first-team football this season, but for Ceballos, for Adama, and also Camarasa as well, our 3 new signings, the start those guys have made has been absolutely fantastic, and of course with us as well, not having that much money to start the season off, we had to make sure the signings we made would be worth it, and I'll definitely say for those 3 players, we're getting our money's worth already. So great to see Ceballos win the game with his first goal of the season, and for Rayo too, and that was great to see. But still, following that, Nacho once again turned down his contract, so this is kind of frustrating, but it looks as though it's going to be a long-term thing, at least for now anyway. There'll be quite a lot of negotiations between now and January, trying to get Nacho to sign a new contract for us, because obviously the left-back, as I did say, is a very decent player in this squad. We do want to keep him here as well, but I would be I wouldn't be against selling him, but I guess losing him on a free transfer is just what I don't really want to see happen at all, because he's 77 overall and a really solid fullback. But still, we'll have to wait and see if he'll accept another contract we've just thrown at him as well. But still, we take on Valencia here here away at Mestalla for the second of 3 games in today's episode, and sadly for us, we will concede for the first time this season as well. Rodrigo de Paul opening the scoring and giving the home side the lead, and on the back of that good win there and 2 wins in a row, I was still fancying my chances coming into this game despite being away at Mestalla against a really solid Valencia side, but I did not start this game off very well. Valencia were looking really strong right from the get-go. The first goal was pretty decent, but for the second goal here, I mean, this is just an absolute catalogue of errors, and this was just so frustrating. But as Javi Fuego receives the ball here just inside the area, he does score with a really nice strike in off the far post. The goal itself was really nice, but the build-up to the goal, I mean, that was just absolutely comical. First, Kepa, I think, missed the ball, and then 2 players fell over him. It was just a catalogue of errors inside our own area, and for Valencia just to keep hold of that ball, give it to Javi Fuego, the skipper, who rifled the ball in. Like, it was a good strike and everything. He still had a lot of work to do, but I basically gifted him that goal with just some silly defending. I mean, I didn't really have much control over it, really. It was just the players' animations falling over one another, but still, it was quite frustrating, and Valencia did go 2 goals up. So 2-0 to Valencia, but a player starting this game for the first time this season was Rui Faria. We promoted him, of course, earlier in the episode. I decided to give a 16-year-old scout future starter starting this game in the attacking midfield role. He almost scored there. His deflected shot well saved with the goalkeeper, and then the follow-up shot clipping the top of the bar and going behind for a goal kick. And then on stroke of half-time, how about this as well? I tried my luck from inside my own half, and if you've been a long-term sub of mine, you'll know I used to do this quite a lot, trying to lob the goalkeeper from range. Don't do it as often anymore, but that almost went in there from Rui Faria. It was Matty Ryan, the Australian goalkeeper, was backpedaling and had to turn the ball over the bar for a corner. So Rui Faria there trying his luck from just inside our own half, but sadly it was a good save by Ryan as he turned it behind for a corner. We did have one final chance in the second half, in a half which basically featured no chances whatsoever. Nacho trying his luck from range, but sadly not being able to repeat the fantastic goal he scored in the last episode. That shot being well saved by the goalkeeper, and it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Valencia 2, Rayo 0. And I have to say too, I thought we played quite well in this game, of course, hitting the woodwork with Rui Faria, also almost lobbing the goalkeeper from inside our own half as well. I didn't think we played too badly in this game, but of course Valencia were still, in my opinion, the stronger side and deserved to win the game too. And in the end, I have to blame myself for some very silly defending and also some poor finishing as well. So Valencia 2, Rayo 0, that was the final score. And also as well, our 100% start to La Liga has ended here at the Mestalla, but also worth pointing out too, that's our first defeat of the season as well. And I must say too, you know, to have gone a full month without conceding a goal or losing a game as well. This is only season 2 with Rayo, so don't get me wrong, we may have lost that game, but I'm not too worried about it and I'm not too beaten up about it. It was a really good start to the season, and hopefully that game will prove to be just a blip and we'll get back on track from the next game onwards. But still, once again, Nacho turned down his contract. He simply does not want to stay here at the Estadio de Vallecano, which is a real shame because, you know, I really do like this guy as a left back, not just because of the wonder goal he scored in the last episode. I think he's really solid, and I must say as well, with Charities getting dropped to the bench, I gave Bainer the armband. I was considering it, giving it to Nacho instead, but in a way I'm kind of glad I didn't now if he's going to refuse these contracts. But still, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We're offering him a new contract. I'll go as high as around 75 or 80 grand a week, but I'm not going higher than that. So if he accepts this one, we're happy, but I'll probably just give him one more. If he doesn't accept it, we'll put him on a transfer list and try and sell him in the January transfer window reluctantly. But still, for this third and final game today's episode here, we will take on the Dutch side of Vitesse at the Estadio de Vallecano for our second Europa League group stage game. And of course, we drew the first one away in Zurich against Grasshoppers, so coming into this one, we were desperate to return to winning ways, especially on the back of our defeat to Valencia in the last game. We would not get off to a good start though. Despite having the first chance, Vitesse would score the first goal, working their way inside the area after I failed to clear the ball with Ivan Lopez, and it was a really good finish by the number 10 as Valeri gives them the lead just 12 minutes in. So we may have had the first chance. We did fall behind early, had a great chance to respond and get back on the alternative in the 25th minute. Ayoza Perez turning his man and going for goal, but it hit the bar. Then it fell to Adama, and his first shot was blocked, his second shot was saved, and then his third shot was saved as well. A fantastic double save by the goalkeeper Room. It was cleared away, and then Ceballos tried his luck from just outside the area, but once again we were denied by Room, the Vitesse goalkeeper, making another exceptional save and making making 3 impressive ones in quick succession. So still 1-0 to the away side as we try desperately to get back on level terms. As you can see, just before the break, another great chance for us here as Adama cuts inside and finds Bainer inside the 6-yard box. But once again, it's another great save by the opposition goalkeeper as he keeps the score at 1-0 to the Dutch side. And in the second half, I struggled to create chances, but did get another great one here with 13 minutes to go. Montiel finds Perez inside the area, he turns his man with a fake shot and goes for goal, but hits the inside of the post, and then the shot just inside the area was cleared behind for a corner. Just before the ball was about to cross the line, it was still 1-0, and from that corner, you can see here Bainer's header goes off target and behind for a goal kick. So final score here at the Estadio de Vallecas, Rayo 0, Vitesse 1. The away side come to the Estadio de Vallecas, score an early goal, and dig in and manage to get themselves all 3 points. I have to say, I felt really harshly done by in this game. We had so many chances, but the goalkeeper for Vitesse had an absolute stormer. Just couldn't find a goal to get us back on level terms, and I really felt as though we deserved at least a point in this game, but I have to blame myself for some poor finishing in this one. But still, another great performance here by the goalkeeper, Rune, just like Ryan in the last game. But this goalkeeper was far better than Ryan in the last game. He had an absolute stormer, but still, final score was 1-0. Hit the woodwork twice, but just couldn't find a goal. They would have at least given a point to Rayo, and that means that 2 games into our Europa League group stage, I must say the ball wants to reach the semi-final. We may not get out of the group. We're bottom of the table, a third of the way through with just the 1 point. It's been a very disappointing start in Europe, and things simply need to improve. But that will end today's episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Likes are much appreciated. You don't have to leave a like if you don't want to, and I'll see you for the next episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode very soon.